What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization V AI only world battle with the historic spawn dates mod. The world is really starting to heat up now as the superpowers of the world, I guess, are starting to pull further and further ahead. In particular, Babylon, Persia, China, the Aztecs as well, over dominating North America. But India as well is doing okay for themselves. I wouldn't say anyone else is there. Next up is sort of the Mayans are probably heading anyone that's chasing. Oh, and Rome as well. Rome and Mayan. The Mayans and Rome are sort of the next big nations behind that. They're not quite there just yet, but Rome are very close. I think if Rome were to take out someone, Carthage maybe along this North African coast, especially since Carthage are in control of the World's Congress, which, oh, they're trying to embargo Portugal now. Don't know what they've done. Poor little Portugal over here. But yeah, if Rome were to take out someone like Carthage or something like that, obviously Rome is going to develop even more as these African cities really start to grow. But their next big worry is, what are the Zulu going to think of them? Pretty much being the next in line, I guess, for the Zulu to take out once they've grabbed this Carthaginian city. I have no idea where these Chinese battleships are going, but that is because I'm too lazy to see who they're at war with. However, I don't think it's going to be effective wherever they're going. They're not going to help out. See, America still struggling on through life. The same goes for the Iroquois up here, but the Aztecs have done pretty well in North America. They had a pretty easy game, while the Mayans are still, well, I think the Mayans would just be okay because of location in a war against the Aztecs, but I don't know if they'd survive. I mean, they'd survive in South America. Whether they'd hold on to these two cities in Central America is a different story, I think. Anyway, Spain is doing more settling in Madagascar, and Russia, of course, just grabbed Vienna very weirdly, and obviously Krakow, so they're very split up now throughout the world. There are some French units wandering through towards Central Asia. I've got no idea what they're doing. See, China as well, they're pretty powerful, whatever they, now that they've taken out Mongolia, who are doing fine for themselves. However, China are only surrounded by powerful countries unless they go east through Korea. Could be likely, but they don't have a navy. And China, Korea, although they're old boats, this will take a lot of getting through for the Chinese, who also have got all their units up here lining the Indian border, so not going to help. Greece, ooh, India, Byzantium, that's not going to matter, but Greece, okay, so Byzantium's going to fall, whether it be to Assyria, I think Rome are here, yep, Rome, probably help trying to grab Constantinople as well. Now the Greeks are joining in. This will be the end of Constantinople in the next few turns. If it falls to Assyria, that's what Assyria desperately needs, sort of reconnect their empire even a little bit, just to be able to move units around easily again. Greece, I mean, it probably just makes them a bigger target if they take it, and if Rome take it, it opens up a legitimate reason for more wars, I guess, in the east, whether that be through Greece, going for Assyria, for somebody. They have genuine reason then, I guess, to go over there. France, the Celts dreadfully still failing to invade France. England just sitting here stuck in France, not in England. Because the Celts have done pretty well, good for the Celts. Obviously they've completely failed against France. France, once this is done, should go for a war with Denmark. Done. Should go for a war with Denmark. I just went to say done and said den from Denmark, so when they're den, that didn't go well. Anyway, I'm surprised the Incans are still alive, and also Brazil are doing something slowly, but not too much. Also, Spain is showing some, Spain look good-ish, in Europe at least, but Rome are much better, stronger than them. I don't think they'll be able to stop Rome. The Celts and the French have peaced out. Good job. Obviously this French city, the French need to take, probably this city in particular, Aarhus, I don't know, probably like that, Aarhus, not quite. Anyway, the French definitely need to probably take that city if they want to connect, and the same, the Danish need to take Lyon if they want to have any chance of competing with the Romans for being the dominant civ in Europe, although Rome are also the dominant civ in Africa right now, I'd say. They are doing pretty well with this huge colony that's only getting better and better as the cities grow. Obviously, Songhai and Morocco are failing here in their war, so they both grew. Oh no, Morocco did grab Songhai did grab Fez recently, But it pretty much looks like it's going to finish with the Songhai a little bit stronger, but not strong enough to get rid of Morocco for now. But now it has opened up the possibility of a war with Carthage. So, can we see that? Who's gone? Ideologies, Songhai have gone order. Less and less civs following the autocracy route that we saw laid down by some of the strongest civs in the game, such as Persia. Much more now going for order, etc. And it's going to make things interesting. I mean, all these nations are in civil resistance. Only India and Korea, though, have gone freedom. And they're having happiness problems from that, but not huge happiness issues. Not as big as those 5 order nations. How are the Romans doing? Okay, so Constantinople slowly falling. Are we? I think this is what we should focus on. It's the only city being sieged out other than the small Carthaginian city here, which I think will fall to the Zulu in time. But yeah, let's just focus on Constantinople, because this is a big change in the future of, I guess this is southeastern Europe and Anatolia, and I guess the Middle East as well if it falls to Assyria. Ethiopia are doing okay. They survived. They lost one city, which will annoy them, but they're pretty safe now with the mountains. And they've got their Mehal Safari units, which are pretty good units. Did they replace Great War Infantry or Riflemen? I don't know, but either way, they will be helpful. I mean, they can't really go to war with any of their neighbours. Rome, Babylon, and Persia are all very scary, and the Zulu look pretty scary. Look at this from Babylon. It's a very big army. If they would, but they can only use it against Persia now. They could have gone after Arabia and got themselves access to the Indian Ocean, but they didn't. And now Persia control the in and outs of the Red Sea. Wait, yeah, Persian Gulf, Red Sea. I was going to say which one's which, but no, I know. Assyria and Sweden pieced out, and oh my God, Warsaw has gone to Sweden. Why would you give this to Assyria? Well, Warsaw has gone to Assyria in a peace deal, and that is very big. Because Russia would probably be willing to go after that, I feel, more than they would a war with Sweden. So that's pretty huge. Warsaw, the former Poland capital, is now Assyrian. Boom. That is interesting. I mean, Russia is a whole lot less likely to get open borders to bring its army home through Assyria than it was through Sweden. I don't know what Sweden's doing here. They've blown their chances of doing well with that one. Pretty dumb move. Also, something else I picked up on, and 2 more Aztec settlers arriving in Australia. So it looks like the Aztecs not just going to dominate North America, Mexico. Well, they've dominated Mexico. They're dominating the USA pretty much, where, yeah, and then also going to cover most of Canada. So now they're going to have all of Australia as well. So it looks like, I think the Aztecs should win. Like, given time, they should just push ahead and win easy. But we're not interested in what they do over there, because they normally don't get involved with these civs over here. That's where it's interesting. Over in Asia, over in Europe. And South America, not so much. Africa's still pretty interesting. So Indonesia, Polynesia, and Japan may be on an Aztec chopping block very soon if they're not careful. But yeah, Persia doing fine. Spain's entered the modern era. Good job, Spain. Wow, me. Sneezing so much. No, or cough. That was a cough even. So yeah, here we go. The fall of Constantinople. Where is it going to go? The Assyrian frigate here was probably would have been doing more damage, but there's all these embarked units which are not having as much success. A Chinese-Indian war would be kind of big. China look like they're heading home now, actually, towards the east. I guess I say heading home. This is kind of their home now as well. China are going to be strong late game. I can say China and Persia are going to be a very, very big thing. That's the thing Persia got to worry about. Right now, Persia probably only have to worry about Babylon. But the second that China, I mean, once this area fills out, we're going to have 4, well, Babylon, Persia, India, China, 4 very strong nations, all bordering each other. I mean, India are probably going to fall behind, lost their capital. They did grab Attila's court, that is something to bear in mind. They are doing well up here despite losing their capital, but whether they'll survive, who knows. And here we go, Assyria's turn. Are we going to see Constantinople fall? I don't think so. I think it's going to stay. Looks like it is. Looks like it is going to survive. That is interesting. Constantinople to stay. Obviously, real life Constantinople location is occupied by this former Greek, now Assyrian city. What are the Romans doing? They've got their planes up here. They're obviously not focusing on anything else, as they're finally soon going to probably be cut off, or they'll connect somehow. But whether it will just be this mountain tile, which they won't be able to move through to reinforce down here. But they do have some planes down here. They know what they're doing. So many resources you got to think about for Rome from Africa, which they can then use to better their empire up in Europe, which is probably one of the stronger Europeans anyway. I need to stop talking about Rome. I'm talking about them so much. What's everyone doing over here? Just ignore Rome for a bit. We're just going to go all the way around just so we'd have to look at Rome. There we go. I'll stop talking about them for a little bit and head over here. And there we go. We made it back. Constantinople's going to fall in any second. I have no idea who to. It's going to be pretty interesting. Don't forget Babylon have this huge city up here in the middle of southern, I don't know, south of Moscow, west of Attila's court, and southeast of Warsaw. There you go, that's the best description. Japan and Portugal pieced out. Polynesia and Byzantium both piecing out with the Songhai. That doesn't matter too much at all. Okay, Byzantium did some defending. Good job. Rome still got a lot of units coming this way, but whether they'll be in time, I think it should go to Assyria. It really should. Now be a big pickup with Warsaw as well. We're going to see finally Assyria re-establishing themselves, a connected empire that may once again rise to challenge Babylon and Persia. Maybe the big word there. I don't think they will, but they could. Oh, and just into the red. Spain. Okay, that's not as big. I mean, Spain could definitely send this navy over and take this city, and that'd be pretty huge. But yeah, Spain and the Incas and what? Wow. Rome are the Civ that's done it. They've removed Byzantium from the game, and now Rome has got a decision to make. What route does it go to connect to Constantinople, its new city? Does it go for Corinth, the Assyrian city here, or do they go through both Greek cities to connect to Constantinople? It would definitely be harder to take Corinth, but it's one city, not two. You'd have to take out a whole nation either. You only have to take one city from the Assyrians, which would also ruin Assyria as well. They'd be completely cut off, and that would be the end game for Assyria. The Celts, or end of the game, not end game. End game's a good thing for a Civ. Celts have launched an invasion against the Danish. That is very brave, Celts. First France, now the Danish. Are you going to get help here in a minute? Is there something I'm missing? Because I don't think you're going to have any success here. Like, the Celts should have taken out... Ooh. Okay, Spain v the Incans wasn't too... Wow, the Mayans straight into the red. Looks like the Mayans are going to take out all of the Inca, which could lead to a very strong Mayans in South America, who, like I said, there's still chance for more Civs to become superpowers, in particular the Maya and Rome are sort of the two that are chasing that position. Maybe Constantinople is the first step for Rome. But yeah, the Mayans definitely. Big move with this war. If they can grab Machu here from the Incans. Wow. Okay. This is going to be interesting, having a very strong Mayans and Aztecs sort of battle it out. I presume the Aztecs will be much stronger up here in North America, but still, it's going to be quite an interesting one. China, by the way, has just grabbed the Kremlin as they slowly do their stuff over here in the Far East. I guess Far East of where? 'Cause like in the UK, honest question, if you're American and you're watching this, do you say China's in the West? Because obviously in the UK, maps have the UK in the middle. So we say America's to the west, and China would be as far east almost as you could go before the Pacific and then America. So do Americans say that China's in the near west and Japan? Or do they also say like in the east, even though to them it's on the west? If that makes sense. And is the UK, I guess Europe must be on the east. I don't know. Let me know. I'm very confused now. Anyway, delegates. Do we want to embargo Portugal? What am I saying? What am I saying? I do not want to do anything. Oh my god. I almost turned into a monster there. No, I'm just spectating. Where is my submarine? Should we try to find it? Where is it? There we go, the Mayans taking over Machu. Are they going to go after the... Looks like they're going to go after Tiwanaku. Whether they can get a melee unit here will be interesting. They've got one embarked. My submarine's in Greenland. Yes, it is. There we go. That is mine. Don't worry. Some people sometimes get worried when they see a nuclear submarine early. I mean, it's not that early anymore, but that's just mine to spectate, so ignore it. Anyway, Persia and Carthage have peaced out. Nothing happened. Okay. Are the Romans... I can't stop talking about Rome, but like, if there was a Civ I could take over right now in this game and start playing, it would be Rome. No doubt. 'Cause if they took out Greece, wow, they would be in such a good spot. And Carthage, just like that. Boom. Superpower. Much like Persia, much like Babylon. Although Babylon is stuck. Ah, Babylon. If only they'd settled this city one tile up, they'd be able to unleash this huge force on the Mediterranean. France has joined and followed autocracy, which will probably give autocracy a huge boost because France very cultural, usually, and tourism based. So that's pretty big for them. Russia. Oh, Russia has battleships. I'm surprised. I think Russia's a dark horse, not to win, but definitely for that top 5 that I like to do at the end. Korea. What? Korea is into the atomic era. Wow, okay, so there's a lot of civs we need to keep in mind here. I think a lot of civs aren't building up to their full potential. Like the Aztecs, I think could definitely build much better units than they have. Surely, let's just check this. Because Korea and Russia, where are they at technologically? Korea are 5th, okay. Korea are good at science, that's expected. Aztecs are catching up slowly. Russia are here. Polynesia as well as just there. Wow. Do Polynesia have battleships? They did have one. I'm pretty sure I saw it going around. Maybe I'm just being insane. Okay, anyway, France and Greece v Portugal. That doesn't matter unless France sends in. No, they don't have coastal city access. Russia and Korea are doing so well. I mean, Polynesia are doing incredibly well as well. Surprised me. Korea is not so surprising, but Russia being up there, that is pretty interesting because Russia haven't had the best of games. You know, they didn't take Warsaw when they should have. They didn't. I think they were once at war for these cities. They messed up as well. And I don't know what's going on in Russia, but somehow you're doing very well technologically. Same for Korea, and I didn't even notice. I mean, Korea in the atomic era. Nukes soon for Korea. I mean, obviously China, Korea were 5th, you know, they were behind China, India, Persia and Babylon. I believe they were the 4, and then Rome was just hovering in 6th, and then it was a small drop off to Russia, Aztecs, the Mayans, and Polynesia, and then from there I think it went to Spain. I'm just trying to memorize that list. That's how it looked. As the Celtic Navy continues to fight the Danish, this would be a great opportunity for the French to go after the Danish. Whether they'll take that opportunity, I don't think so. Which is a shame. As Russia have planes. I just noticed that. I didn't notice that a second ago. But yeah, Russia have got great war bombers. Only Russia and Rome in all of Europe, I guess, unless you count. No, only Russia and Rome. I guess India are in Europe-ish. So I guess we can say they are Babylon as well. But from the actual European civs, Russia second to Rome. That's pretty cool. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for this video. The Aztecs have just settled 2 new colonies in Australia, so that's pretty big for them. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment. If you're new, please be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.